Ngiphinde futhi nginibingelele igama ngumncenekelo la ngophongwayo. January 18, 2008, I met Mr. Jacob Gedlehlekisa Zuma at Joko's around 4:30. I think he had come to have lunch, and apparently he sat in my section as I was working as a waiter at the time at Joko's, North Beach, Durban. Upon him sitting there, I was very excited. First politician that I know, only seen on TV, about to become president. To my excitement, I took the menus, went to his table while he was with his bodyguards, and when I reached there, I tried to give him the menu, and he said just one thing out of anger: "Hey, Sugala." And then his bodyguards grabbed me roughly, and they chased me away from the table, and then somebody else came to serve the table. He was sitting on a balcony towards the beach. I went upstairs in disappointment, and I cried. Unfortunately, later that day on my way home, I also received the news that my dad had passed on in hospital around 4:30 in the afternoon. Around the same time, I was being chased away. I still remember what happened between me and Mr. Jacob Zuma, but I don't hate him for that. I guess he did what he had to do at the time. I mean, you cannot compare a big fish with paper. I'm just paper and he's a big fish. Now that I've come up with the idea of an electric car, everybody is telling me that Mr. Jacob Zuma is the one who's handling the matter. How so? The very same paper. You want to handle his matters? It's not possible. I know that he was working with the Guptas, who are Indians. I was living with the Indians in Ponela. If that is the case, I'd rather, guys, you don't support me in anything. I want nothing to do with the guy. I don't need his support. It's too late. When I needed his support. In fact, I was the one who was supporting him. He rejected me. Therefore, right now, it's too late. I want nothing to do with the Zuma family. If you are a Zuma, yeah, we can date. But in terms of politics, business, I want nothing to do with them. Now, the second thing, because recently I've noticed that a lot of Zulu guys, while I was coming from here in Joburg, going to Durban, and while I was coming from Mpumalanga, coming to Pretoria, I was hitchhiking due to being broke. I have noticed that a lot of Zulu guys keep saying uDluzulu, and I don't understand. Angilona ibutho likaZulu mina. Angilona ibutho lamuntu. I am nobody's hitman. Nobody owns me. And I'm unemployed. I don't work for nobody. Therefore, people mustn't just come and pretend as if they are my team. What? I'm not in a team. I'm not in an organization. Stay out of my business, because you are interfering with what I'm trying to establish for myself. I know I'm broke. I'm single. I can live with that and keep trying to move forward. But don't say things to people just to block my path so that you can open your path. No. I'm not a part of DA, as I said. When I went to Cape Town, the white guy said to me, this guy has bayachat. He's full of shit. Okay, I accept. And then I went to Durban. Umzulu. Iba babelo bethi hey lo aka understand ukuthi kwenzakala. Telling me awukulona impondo wena. I know. Awukuyena umXhosa wena. I know. Awuyanga entabeni wena. I know. And then when I went to Amawoti, they were like, awukuyena umSuthu wena. Uma wami umSuthu. Yeah. Ubaba wami umSwati. Mina nguphungwayo. Kodwa ngenxa yokuthi ngidunge umhlaba. I'm sorry to say this live. Yes, I've said things that have changed the entire world. Maybe for the good or maybe for the worse, I'm not sure. But fact remains, no matter how hard you try, I have changed history, like it or not. Due to the things I've said, history has changed. You may kill me if you want to. Because if I'm still alive, I'll keep trying. Now, I want to ask the president of China, because while I was in Durban at the markets, there's Mr. Sfiso Nala. He runs a Bible study. Because I did not want to go to church, I just wanted to have a better understanding of the Bible. And he said to me, just last year, that a new American Bible was released. And it's raised a lot of questions to me. Yes, I know what I've said to the dome regarding the myth, the fact that Jesus is a myth, Yes, I did say it. I don't go to church right now. I'm not a member of any church. I'm not a member of any traditional healers organization, none whatsoever. When the members of KwaMashu, I'm not sure whether they're really from the Royal House organization or not, but when they put my name as a member of a church organization, I did not understand it first until one of the leaders said to me, Myekelo Zuma. And I did not understand what is my interaction with Zuma has to do with him. And then he said, Myekele umuntu wesifazane uMamzandile. I'm like, Mamzandile Kumet, what does anything has to do with me, no Mamzandile? In short, mndeni wakaPhungwayo ngiyazi ukuthi mina ngaba nenkinga nobaba eningayazi ukuthi isukaphi ibangwa yini, but ngitholile ukuthi ukuba kwami seBergville kungenzeka ukuthi angifunwa umuntu. Ngiyakugwinya lokho, no problem. Ngiyazi ukuthi awukho umuzi kababa okhona eBergville. Ngitsheliwe futhi ukuthi indaba ekha kakhulu into engasekho, so indaba ukuthi ngizohlanganisa umndeni wakaPhungwayo into engeke yenzeke, no problem. Ngithe ngiseteksini, I think njengoba kade ngigcina nje eBergville. Omunye wabafowethu othi hayi siphelele imali kaDokotela, angimazi lo Dokotela, ngihlezi ngizwa ngoDokotela angimazi, but ke nalapho futhi no problem. Ngibuye ngize KwaZulu kunalento ehlezi ishiyo uma ngiyogibela itekisi, udluzulu nginga understand. Uyamkhipha lo mlungu nginga understand. If umlungu ethi mina I have bayaghat, yini ekufuna ngiyenze, ufuna ngimncenge, hayi mlungu ngoba umhlophe, hayi no, angiyena umlungu mina ngimnyama ngebala. Kulaba bathi ngiyi-foreigner, no problem. Now kulaba abasemhlangeni, intombi zasemhlangeni, ngiyazi ukuthi kukhona intokazi engagcine ngingayilungiselanga izinto zayo. As much as ngizama ukuthi ngithole umsebenzi, ngiyazi since ngaxabana nomlungu vele angeke ngisebenze endawo, and ngeke ngize ngiaccept ukuthi ngiyohlala komhlanga nginga-afford noma ngathiwa nginikeza amabhiliyoni ngizobe ngiyamosha. Why ngathengi umhlaba kunokuthi ngiyothenga ngiyohlala komhlanga, ngikhokha malini? Angisiboni isidingo sokuhlala komhlanga, ngeke ngikwazi ukufuya komhlanga, so out of the question. Mina indaba ye-electric car ngayikhuluma no Mr. Ramaphosa, so I did not understand ukuthi involvement ka Jacob Zuma ingena kanjani. Mhlambe because we member ANC, okay, no problem. Elon Musk ezinye insizwa zika Mr Nala isebenzisana naye lapha zaze ngihleka zithi nene ukuhlulile Elon Musk useyenzile electric car. No problem. One, Elon Musk wayengeka zayakhe electric car if I did not come up with an idea of an electric car. My reasons may be different, and to me they are beneficial to the country of South Africa. But the fact remains, without an idea, you cannot do a product. And to prove that, Mr. Jeff Bezos once said, an idea is 1% inspiration and putting the work is 99% perspiration. True, but I differ. If my idea is 1% inspiration, since I have a few ideas in mind right now, Mr. Jeff Bezos, just to prove your statement, can you put 99% perspiration on these ideas that I have right now? But I will not tell you what ideas I have. But I want you to produce a product that I want to produce. Should you fail, it will prove that my idea is 100% inspiration, inspiring the work that is being put to produce that product. Because when you start putting the work, you already have the idea, 100% idea of how I'm going to start, and in the end the product should look like this. But without an idea, you will be clueless as to how you're going to start, because you do not know what you are doing. For that point, and that point only, I say your statement was wrong. And then to avoid a lot of conflict, there are a lot of white people around South Africa, rich people. There are a lot of black people, rich people. There are a lot of Indian people, Muslims, who are rich. Now, just to avoid a lot of things, because umuntu omnyama uzohlezi ngamfuna ukubona umuntu omnyama eyaphezulu. That is a fact. As blacks, it's easy for a black man to take money from any other race or from another black man to ensure that they come and sabotage you in what you want to succeed in. Maybe taking the money from that black man who was sent by another black man who works, who takes orders from a different race, not realizing that we are trying to make history. A Zulu lady once said to me, "Don't you know that you are black and the best things must only be done by whites. I heard you, but I beg to differ from that. Yes, I am grateful. I'm giving applause to you, Mr. Elon Musk. You made my dream come true, because when I was still young, when my father asked me what I wanted to do when I grow up, I said, I want to be a mechanic, because mechanics were all we could see in the dusty streets of Amaoti, Inanda. The word engineering was way, way, way far from me. I did not even understand what is an engineer. But in my mind, when I told him, I said, I want to be a mechanic and make my own car from scratch and give it a name, Loverboy. That is when he understood that I was not talking about just a mechanic who fixes other companies' products, but I was talking about an engineer who's going to design and engineer a car. From that day, when he told me, in my mind, I knew that I wanted to be an engineer. Now, when life took its toll on me, working 98 till 2018, supervisor at Solimanjira Caterers, 2007, I was working part-time, or should I say occasionally, at Solimanjira Caterers, and then I joined Joe Cools in 2007 till 2013. I enjoyed the work. I enjoyed the service. Meeting new people almost every day. I enjoyed it. However, it got to a point where I could no longer accept rejection. So much that I even thought of leaving the company and starting my own company of catering. Now, sometimes we complain when bad things happen. Now, I was losing my source of income by losing the job at Solimanjira Caterers. And mind you, I was never fired. I stopped working for other personal reasons. And luckily for me, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm still alive, I've never stolen from a Muslim till today. I've never robbed a Muslim till today. I'm broke, I know. I'm penniless. And those who keep making promises, hey, keep your money. I don't want it. It's yours. You know how you got it, how you worked for it. Keep your money. And whatever else. Now, ngizobuyela la kwabaphungwayo. Angiqondile ukudelela, inkinga zami ziningi, ngiyazi ukuthi ngidungile banatha, and lokho sometimes uyakufela. Umunye wathi kumina, hamba eThekwini uyolungisa indaba zakho zamatekisi. Anginatekisi, but ke anginandaba futhi naleyo nto. Mabefuna ungibulala abamatekisi bazongibulala, bona bayazi bazozuzana. Mhlawumbe khona amamiliyoni bawuthenga lamateksi ayinqwaba, angazi, so anginandaba futhi naleyo. But ke okumele nikwazi ke angiyona inkabi mina. Ngaphinde ningibize ngenkabi ngoba angikhumbuli khona nanoyedwa umuntu kuthiwa ngiyathenwa, angikaze ngithenwe mina. Ngisafuna ukuthi ngithole izingane. Ya, ngiyazi ukuthi ezesemhlangeni izinaku, ngazi ukuthi izithanda ukungivimba lapha nalapha. Siqinisekise ukuthi angiqonywa, no problem. Ngiyazi ukuthi mangixhumana nabantu network Telkom bayavala, so I know ukuthi Telkom vele onwa abantu abamhlophe, so ngiyasalutha. Yes, it's your product, you do as you please with it. I totally understand. Now, to the president of China, my request, I've been to the embassy of China here in Pretoria, and I was referred to the embassy of China in Johannesburg. Yeah. Now, when I went there, I could not. Sun City. Yeah, Sun City. I've realized that while I'm applying, I have a problem with the address of where I'm going and a lot of things. Hopefully I will go tomorrow to the embassy. If not, maybe I'll go on Monday. I need Mr. President of China, I need the authorization to accept me to come to China. And reason for me coming to China, I'm not coming to do crime. I'm coming to do a research on my next project, since it is believed that I was beaten by Elon Musk. Glory to him. But for me, I was excited that my dream became a reality. I know I'm not getting a cent out of it. Those who are clever, they benefiting in whatever way they are, and it's not really a big issue. It was my idea, and I believe that there's no need for me to start fighting, because the very same black men who always say I'm working for my... No, in fact, they keep saying I'm playing for my... I do not know what games are being played with my life, but they keep saying I'm playing for my boss. Now, in terms of boss, I have Solly Manjra, Mr. Suleiman Manjra of Solly Manjras. I have Guy van der Pos of Joe Cools. I have Mandla of Amlazi, who also own Joe Cools. I have Kiru Ben Naidu, who also own Joe Cools. So I am not exactly sure which boss they're talking about, but I am not playing games. Secondly, my request to come to China is on behalf of Mnenegelo Loverboy Pungwayo Tungabanate, as I intend just to get the Pungwayo clan or family out of my problems. Whatever problem is sent to me, it must come directly to me. If they are trying to kill me, they must kill me. They mustn't go after the family. As well as the Mnulwane family, I'm trying to step away from both families, because I know I said, one will consider what I said as I messed up, and I say I told it like it is. I said what had to be said, what needed to be said. Now, I will not be a puppet or a pawn for nobody. I am not an agent for nobody. I am not a hitman for nobody. I am not a criminal for nobody. And one even said to me, you want to go to China? Do you know how much supervision, how many cameras are in China now? For me, that was a win-win situation for my sake. Should you agree to my request to come to China, please elect a place where I can stay in one of the villages where there will be no whites, no blacks, only Chinese. I also once said I want to take a wife in China. Probably that's why some of the ladies in South Africa are trying to restrict me from dating and so forth. So that I'll put one side. People have different agendas, different reasons. Maybe my method of leading is being oppressed for their reasons so that they can lead. It's no problem. I know what I want, because I believe that in order to find happiness, you need to find what you love and enjoy doing, get to it, and you don't need to try because you are in love with what you are doing. So it just comes naturally. Ngizothi kubangani bami ukhona umfowethu washo wathi bawu8 ma members bawu8 kulento yenu le inhlezi babazwa ningangifaki, angaze ngibe ingxenye futhi angifuni ningikhiphe, nenza imali yenu mina ngikhipheni ngaphandle. Right now anginamngani because iyaphela inyanga 30 days uyaphela ngaze ngithole call from nomngani, so ungazibizi ngomngani wami, dlalela le kude nami. And then kubafowethu ya ngatshela into eyodwa, including my step brother, whom I used to think of as my only brother, but he showed me that he is my step brother because he said he's going back to his uncle's. He's sticking to that, and he has a problem with my mother. Now, I'm officially breaking our relationship. Ndoda, ngiyazazi mina ukuthi uma unengane yomfana eyodwa le mina, ubudlelwane bami nawe phela khona la. Ngabona ngasikhathi ungiqala ungikhulumela indaba yemali kwase kuphela kwayo indaba. Ngeke ngize ngikwazi mina ukuthi ngizosupporta wena ukuthi ufuna imali kuma ongizalayo. Mhlawumbe uyishiyelwe umyeni wakhe o kunjani but egcineni kosuku umkhobholo angikaze ngizwane nawo. One, ngiyazi ukuthi uma wayinikeza indodakazi yakho imali, if ukuthi wena ukhalela imali kababa wakho, wayinikeza yona imali kababa wakho, hamtshela indodakazi yakho ukuthi ikunikeze imali kababa wakho uthathe yona. Mina ngikaze ngithole imali kubaba, and futhi ubaba akangifundisanga ukuthi ngiphilela amafa. Ubaba wangitshela ukuthi kumele ngihambe ngiyosebenza, into engizimisele ngokuyenza leyo. So into ozongisiza ngayo ukuthi uye kuma wami phansi, ustike kuma wakho. Uma ukuthi khona imali oyifunayo, hamba uyifuna kuma wakho if kuhlula le ndodakazi yakho. Mase kuzothi emndenini wakaPhungwayo ya ngicabanga ukushintsha isibongo ngokwasendulo vele bekuthiwa umuntu uqanjwe igama ngezenzo zakhe abanye ke bekuba isibongo sakhe leso so mina ngenxa yokuthi ngizama ukuthi nginikhiphe inkingeni zami ya ngiyazi ukuthi kube isijeziso ngiyazijezisa mina ngifuna ukuzikhipha ngingabe ngisaba uPhungwayo ngizobiza yena uDungabanathi okuyisona isenze ngisenzile njengoba ngisho futhi hayi ngoba mhlambe ngiyachoma ya mawukuthi kuchoma ngiyachoma ngifuna bangibulale makumele bangibulale bangiyeke phansi makumele bangiyeke phansi but abangaloko benza ama excuses ukuthi bangidicilele phansi mina ngiyazi ngina indodakazi angikwazi ukenzela lutho yeah but angimfuni umuntu ozofronta ngami ngiyazi ukuthi akukho enginisiza ngako bantu bakaPhungwayo I'm sorry anga-afford ukuthi ngaba khona mhlambe nginenzela kona so nizongixolela kuloko kodwa ngiyazibonga imfundiso zenu omunye umfowethu wathi kubhekwa ibhodo eliconsayo omunye wathi kubhekwa evusa ikhanda omunye tshela mina izinto ezenziwa yimi ibhodo eliconsayo yimi angazi ukuthi ibhodo eliconsayo kanjani ngibroke omunye wathi kushawe evusa ikhanda mina omunye wathi ngikhohlwe ekhaya kakhulu alisekho ekhaya kakhulu into engeke isavuka ngibheka umuzi kababa nomama iloko sengizimisela ukuthi ngikwenze and ukuze ngibheke umuzi kababa nomama umuzi osebhonela ubaba wangitshela ukuthi okamkhulu wami owakhe umuzi samele ngiwakhe mina and lezi zinto enizenzayo niyangiphazamisa ngoba ngifuna ukwakha umuzi kababa madodana amabili ngawabusiswa uMr Ndlela Petros Phungwayo ukuthi kumele ngiwathole waqamba namagama ngizimisela ukuthi ngiwathole umfazi eChina ngizimisela ukuthi ngimthole mangisaphefumula njengamanje ngiseMamelodi ePretoria angazi abantu bakhombisa ungazi ukuthi bayangisaba enye into kukhona la bengiye khona license office and ngoba khona uthi kwathiwa wena uzoya eroundini makuthiwa uzoya eroundini suke kuthiwa uzokwenza ubugebengu angisona isigebengu mina mhlambe ngeke ngaphuma endleleni lapho nalapho but angisona isigebengu ngeke ngize ngiyeke iproject engiyibonayo ukuthi ingashintsha umhlaba jikelele ngikwazi nami ukubona umuntu omnyama ekhululekile ngesenzo esingenziwa yimina bese ngiyahamba ngiyorisk imali impilo yami mhlambe for angiyazi nanokuthi ngingathi yipi in reserve bank because mhlambe i-reserve bank kuphela ngathi ingaba mhlambe nali billion or 2 billion ngoba imillion into engekho I'm broke anginayo imali kodwa imillion angiboni kuyinto engathi ngingenza ubugebengu ukuthi ngithola imillion maybe it's because I know better angaze ngiliphathe lonke cash imillion but seke ngalibona once in my life so kulabo abazitshela ukuthi mina ngizama ngiyokwenza ubugebengu just for the sake of uthola imillion ubaba angifundisanga ukuthi ngidrive imali wangifundisa ukuthi angidrive passion yami and passion yami iwi engineering yes mhlambe ngeke ngakhe le moto le enithi Elon Musk ungidlulile kuyona and ayingithusi nakancane nginezinto eziningi engizicabangayo so niyangidistracta kahle niyangiphazamisa yazi nifana nokhungfu wama China lithi China mabe lifuna ukulwa lizophatha something ulwe nalento before niqala impi uqale wona ukuthi ulwise but lona selikushayela kushaya ngiyalihlonipha iChina ngaloko ligudi kwi distraction but ngizocela ukuthi angeni ngabi distraction kimi ngimnyama abanye bakhuluma ngama foreigner I'm not too sure ukuthi ikanjani but angeniyekeni lo nikhulumela le kude if kukhona inkinga iqondene nami umuntu akangiqonde angitshele straight ngiyazaza ngiyena uZulu omunye wathi ngacishe ngawisa ushembe ngaleli sonto anginasonto omunye wathi ngidluzulu angiyena umZulu and ngeke mina mhlambe ingenxa yokuthi labafana bakaNongoma bebengikhulumela ukunya so kwase kumele ngamukele lo dodi cha nami ngowakithi angikaze ngihlale kaNongoma kodwa ngizokunyela umuntu ngoba ethi yena wakaNongoma nize nizongidubula manifuna ungidubula anginasibam angifihli lo angiphathi mese futhi kodwa umuntu mayenginyela nje ngizomtshela ukuthi uyanginyela mhlambe maniza niba u20 ngibona vele ukuthi hayi okay lana vele ngiyahlanganyelwa ngizothula futhi kodwa akusho lokuthi sengiyanisaba yilo kumele nikwazi egcineni kosuku uzokukhuluma ukunya wakho kodwa still mawusuqedile futhi angikusabi ukuprova lokho ukuthatha isibhanyana sakho leso sibeke lapha eceleni ubeke ummese wakho lapha eceleni bese ungicele nje eceleni singabeka ngisho imali phansi sishintshe iqupha mina ke angiyene ibhokisa ngisebenzisa iqupha nonyawo so if kuukuthi mhlawumbe ufuna inselelo angiyena umuntu onenkinga naloko ngikhuliswe ngiqhathwa angilusanga emawodi besingalusi so bengiqhathwa njengani nina enilusa induku angiyisebenzisi akuyona into yami and mina ekhaya owami ubaba uNdlela Petros Phungwayo ngesikhathi engibika kubo wangihlabela isiqabu inqama wangifaka isiphandla ngigula ingase ngikwazi ukuthi ngibe right yebo abantu bakaPhungwayo abanye sebeyashintsha amanye sebesebenzisa imbuzi abanye basebenzisa sona isiqabu mina njengengane eyabikwa ngesiqabu ngizostika kulomthetho wakaPhungwayo engafakwa ngawo kaPhungwayo yebo obaba basho bathi angihambe ngiye kuboka mama ngiunderstand and kuleyo ukuthi mina ngijikela umama angiyazi but ke awukho umndeni ungenazi inkinga yaske saba nokungaboni ngasolenye nomama ongizalayo mhlambe namanje njoba ngila ngiyazi for effect ukuthi umama ongizalayo akamsani nokuthi ngibe lana mhlambe futhi kuyinto engeke futhi azamsane nayo njengengane yendodana eyodwa qwaba ayizalayo ayikho enye ukhona umzukulu but indodana ayikho ezalwa uye amadodakazi kuphela so kona ya nami njengoba ngumzali ngingakwazi ukuhlala nengane yami sengiyakwazi ukuzwa lobu yabhlungu nalobu yabunzima kodwa ngezathi ezithize ngikwamukelile mina side lami ngiyafisa ukuthi impilo yami ngiyibone efinyelela kuleli zinga engifuna ukuthi ifike kulona finally anginankinga noma ngaqonywa noma ngangaqonywa, no problem. Noma ngingashela and then ihambe niyoyivimba lezo intombi, no problem, angisana ndaba. Njengamanje into engifuna ukuthana nayo lama projects engifuna ukuthi ngiyokwenza research yawo eChina. To Mr. President of China, even if you can interact with Japan and Hong Kong, I don't really mind. But I wanted to come to China, get myself a wife, register my business, and do my research. Hopefully, since I'm broke, I'm bound to seek a job when I get to China. I believe that I can afford a ticket from South Africa to China. A plane ticket, yes. I think I can afford a plane ticket. As for a visa, I'm not sure how much it costs because I'm broke, as I said. And I know that I'm being restricted because I challenged the white man. I also believe that maybe I am the reason why this whole thing started, even including the war that started between China and America, the president of America, before he was changed to Joe Biden. Now, my request to you is to please authorize, because for me, I believe that these laws that are being used in South Africa, they belong to the white man. Therefore, the white man does have a right to restrict me from a lot of things. Just like they own Google, I believe they restricted China from it as well, from their phones and so forth. I'm not saying fight my battles, but I'm asking you to assist me to come to China so that I may proceed with my research for my next project. Hopefully, one of the ideas that I have can benefit China, even if it is called that it was made by a Chinese, I don't mind. But for me, I was restricted from the involvement in my own project of an electric car. Now, as an adult, I don't think I should be crying for that. I do feel that because I'm still alive, I can still do more, which is why I want to come to China. I want to be away from my fellow black Africans because I'm not sure whether they are paid or they just enjoy oppressing me. But sometimes when something happens, you need to understand if it is worth a fight or it's worth going away to seek better justice. I know that I do not have proof of a lot of things, since Facebook itself, where I stated a lot of things, belongs to the white man. I'm not racist. I've dated a white lady. I've dated an Indian lady. I've dated a Muslim. I've dated a foreigner. In fact, different foreigners from different countries in South Africa. I cannot be racist. However, how somebody else justifies me is none of my concern. I couldn't care less how somebody else judges me, because I know who I am and I know what I stand for. Should I succeed in building a home for my parents where I'll be raising their grandchildren. I cannot allow anybody to come and dictate how I should raise my kids. Yeah, I think that is all for now. I should record another video. I'm sorry for the quality of my video, but it's all I could afford under the circumstances, because I have slept on the road sometimes. As a South African, I do not have a place to stay. I do not own a house or land. In fact, I do not own anything. Probably I wouldn't even say it's furniture, because it's not. So I just own my phone. Yeah. And two pair of pens, 2 pair of techies. Yeah, just clothes. That's all I own in South Africa. No car. I don't own a car. I don't own a business. I'm unemployed. So in urgent need of assistance. Hopefully, as today it is the 26th of May, if possible, should you approve my visa urgently, I'd very much appreciate it, and I will try my level best to get to China before the end of this month. That is what I pray for. In South Africa, since there are laws that are oppressing, especially if you are black, for me, I believe the first thing that can be done is take away the constitution. It was planned and decided by the apartheid laws or apartheid leaders years back to benefit them. And Steve from Joe Cools, my fellow waiter, I heard you and I took that to heart, that a black man cannot lead unless he's working for the white man. I got you. And I'm opposing that against all odds. I am not going to accept it. I will try to be a black leader who's standing on his own 2 feet. Maybe with other black people along the way, if I'm still alive, who may feel that I am black. But for now, I guess I'm just my boss's puppet, and I'm cutting all ties. Whoever's giving the people money on my behalf, to you, Mr. Suleiman Manjra, if there are any people that you are giving money to, please stop on my behalf. You may do it for the company, on behalf of the company, but on my behalf, please don't give any more money. You're just wasting it. If it's Mr. Guy van der Post, please stop. You're wasting that money. If it's anybody, in fact, whoever is giving money on my behalf, I do not want it. I requested money to pay off the country from ownership, from being owned by other countries. That's what my request of money was for. It was not for my benefit. Yes, I have not benefited. If you want to give me the money, send your lawyer, and then we will go to the right departments, pay off the country. And I will never accept a sale of South Africa. It is where I was born. It is my motherland. You'll have to kill me first. My name is Mnenegelo Loverboy Pungwayo, future Mnenegelo Loverboy Tungabanat. I thank you. Have a blessed day further.